Have you ever experienced sensory overload? You might go, Cheryl, what's that? Well, sensory overload is when too much information is coming into your brain and it doesn't know what to do and it goes into too much, too much, too much. That can happen if you've had a hit to the head. It can happen when you've had a concussion. It can happen easily if you wear hearing aids. It can also happen when you get car sickness. It can happen if you have the wrong prescription for your glasses. It can even happen if you're wearing like progressives, where you've got reading, you've got computer, you've got long distance, all in about this much space, and your eyes are continually going, which one do I look at? Which one do I look at? Interesting thought. So let me tell you a story of what I experienced and how I discovered this little reset that I'm going to show you because it changed my life. It was huge. In 2022, Forrest, Ann, and I took a trip up to South Dakota. We left late, which, if you know me very well, that already was disturbing. But I was wearing computer distance glasses, and we were on the road with long distance at night. I didn't know that was a problem. Did you? No, I didn't know. But in addition to that, there were deer running across the road at night, and we were going too fast, and everything in my brain was going, not safe, not safe, not safe. It was also one of the first trips I took wearing hearing aids. And we were up there in South Dakota, and I just didn't feel good. I'd have to have Forrest stop the car, and I felt like I was going to throw up. I had such nausea. And on the trip home, Forrest and Anna wanted to listen to podcasts on dog training. And at the point I was at was sensory overload. I didn't know that at the time. I said, I do not want to listen to podcasts on dog training. I ripped out those hearing aids, and all of a sudden, I could breathe and I fell asleep because I took out something that was adding more stress and load to my brain. Now let's fast forward about 6 weeks, right the day before Thanksgiving. I was taking some food out to the freezer, and all of a sudden, to this day, I don't know how it happened, I stumbled on 2 steps and fell forward, actually to the side, and hit the car with my head. That was not a pretty sight. Fortunately, I have a really good friend, and she was coming to see me for an appointment. Couldn't figure out why she was coming the day before Thanksgiving, but she showed up 10 minutes after the accident. We were able to work through it. And the next time I saw her, she started to check an area of your brain called the thalamus. You probably know the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus sits below the thalamus. It's in your brain, and it takes in all the data coming in through your 5 senses. You know, what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, and what you touch. And when it becomes too much, your brain starts shutting down. And I was really struggling with sensory overload, being around too many people, being in restaurants, having too much information come in, and I would just shut down. And it was frustrating because I'm not a stupid person. And I thought, what is my problem? And one of the times that this practitioner, Brenda, was working on me, she did a little reset, and I said, stop. What did you just do? Everything in me calmed down. I said, could I do this? Can you teach me how to do it? She taught me, and I have used it many times for me and shared it with many clients. Aren't you ready to learn how to do this? Because it's so very simple. So if you wear hearing aids, you might want to take them out. If you wear glasses, you might want to put them down. And we're going to use our hands. And we're going to do this on both sides. It does not matter which side you start on. You may find that one side brings more relaxation than the other. Do that side. If they both help, do both. Play, notice, and discover, because that's how you learn. So we're going to work on my left side, and I'm going to take one hand like this. So my thumb and middle finger are about maybe 3 inches apart, approximately. And the other hand is going to be like this, not this, but this. So they're both curved. I'm going to then take and put this middle finger in my ear, pointing back, and the thumb is right there where I started. Then I'm going to take the palm of my hand and put it right in the midline, come forward so my little finger is on my temple, and I'm going to very gently squeeze together as I inhale, exhale, and release. Inhale, and one more time. Now, what I'm doing is just gently, you're not squeezing your head, be gentle with yourself. And then just notice, did part of you sigh or begin to yawn? Because when you're in sensory overload, you can't yawn. It's virtually impossible. But when you start to calm it down, it's like all of a sudden, everything in your being and your nervous system calms down. So when we do the other side, we'll go here and here, put it in the ear, put it here, and gently compress as you breathe in. Again. And one more time. Now, if you did that, what did you notice? Did you notice one side or the other? For me, it's my left side. But guess which side I hit my head? It was on this side. And when I do just this, everything in me calms down, my voice calms down, and my environment is not agitating me. I've had so many clients do this and experience immediate relief. Their very first question, well, how often do I have to do it? And I said, whenever you feel sensory overload. It's very simple. It takes a matter of, maybe a minute? Costs you nothing? What would happen if you would just try it? For me, it's a gift. And I thoroughly enjoy teaching people how to experience little changes, little resets that can change everything. You'll want to check out the next video on how to release tension in your jaw. And best of all, join us in Easy, where you can learn simple resets like this that are helping you to live your best life and become the whole person God created you to be.